Mina. Hello everyone. So today we are going to make our witch wreath. It says welcome my pretties. It is from Personalize It by Pam on Etsy. We did put our cable mounts on, so if you don't know what those are, go ahead and check out my cable mount video. This is a middle sign, so that is all good to go. The supplies that I'm using today, I have some purple border mesh. This one has the tinsel on the end. That's why it's called border mesh. Okay, and then we have, this is fabric check mesh, and it is specifically for Halloween. It has the orange, the lime green, and the black, and the purple. I only have a little bit left of this, so we're going to probably use most of this roll and then all of this roll. Then I have some orange lights that we're going to be using. These are from the Dollar Tree during Halloween season. Okay, there's only 10 lights in each, so I need 2. You need at least 20 for a 14-inch frame. We are also using this ribbon. I thought it was perfect. I got it from Craft Outlet. Isn't that gorgeous? It's perfect for our theme. And then I have this purple lustrous. It's like a luster glitter ribbon. Okay. Here is the UPC for the purple. And the UPC for the tricolor. You should be able to find them underneath the Halloween ribbon. So, all right. I'm also using, this is new. This is a sound bite, and I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it was witch. This is the bottom part of it, but I cut it off, and then I used my heat gun to melt it so that the edges would fold over. And then my husband drilled 2 holes right here for me so that I can put it on my frame. And then I'm just going to put duct tape over this so that nothing gets inside there. And this goes right inside. Okay, I'm actually going to put batteries in this now so that you guys can hear what it does. Let's see. Forgot my screwdrivers over here. I'm just going to untighten the screw. And then I'm going to pull this up. Oh, they're AAAs, I think. Hold on. Yeah, they are. Looks like I'm probably going to have to go to the store for that. I do have a couple of AAAs in this remote here. I'm just going to steal them for now, so you guys can hear what it is, and then I'll get some more later. You see that? And it doesn't go off unless it moves. Okay, so it isn't a motion detector in such a way that if you pass in front of it, it is a motion detector as in if it moves. Okay. There's a little off and on switch here. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out just because I need batteries for my remote. And honestly, these ones are probably almost dead. But I will get some more batteries for that. Plus, it gets a little annoying if we're moving it around and stuff. So, all right. But I can put it into my witch bottom. And so it has these little, all I did was pry it open. And because I melted it, it's going to stay a bit together. I'm not going to have to worry about it coming apart. And I'm going to duct tape it, the top of it. So it's not going to come apart. I don't have to worry about that. And honestly, I wasn't going to film it just because I've never done it before. And so I didn't know what I was doing. But the next one I will film so that you guys can see. And this is what it looks like. There's the bottom. And then I'm going to get some duct tape and put it over the top here. And then some on the sides. And then the wire is just going to come through here, the little 2 holes that I drilled. I took out the bottom piece because I didn't want the drill to hurt the stuff that's on the inside. So that's why I did that. Okay, let's put that to the side for now. Put these over here. These are the batteries for the lights. You will only need 4. Put those over there. I don't know if we'll need the bow maker. We will see. The other things that you're going to need is your mesh cutting scissors, your wire cutters, your ribbon cutting scissors, 22 gauge wire. You're also going to need a 14-inch Dollar Tree frame. And please make sure that the frame is not broken before you use it, before you put anything else on it. So what I do is I just squeeze the 2 inner rungs and then the 2 outer rungs. And then I move it to the next section and I repeat the process. This process has served me really well because mostly they fall off where the brackets are or where they connected the metal pieces. So you can see right here, they welded 2 pieces together here and here. So that's usually the places where they would fall off. All right. We'll also be using our pipe cleaners. All righty. Let's move this ribbon over for now. Our mesh can stay there. Our sign, let's put that down here. All right. And the sign is smaller. I forgot to tell you that. It is an 8-inch, I believe. Yeah, it's an 8-inch. So that means that you can use a smaller frame for this. This would be perfect in a 12-inch frame. Or you can use it on the side. So this one, we're actually going to be putting it like about like that. That's how we're going to use the sign because it is too small to go into this frame. You see that? If you can lift up your frame around your sign and it still stays in the same spot, it's too small. The sign is too small. You'll need to go down if you're going to put it in the middle. The bare minimum that you want it to fit is so that it fits at these rungs here. And if they don't fit, then you're going to have to go down a size or find a different frame. Okay? But this one is going to go to the side. It's going to go about like that. It's going to go a little off center, maybe a little bit up. And then I think we'll probably do a bow over here. We will see. Okay? All right. It's always a good idea to map out what you're going to do. marker. If you are new to this channel, hello and welcome. So what we are going to be doing the folded cruffles today. Okay. I think I've been waiting a long time to do this sign. Last year I could not purchase it. It just wasn't in the budget and I didn't know exactly what to put with it. So, sorry, I have a fly. And so this year I definitely got it. And so I've been waiting a while and I have it built up in my head on how I want to do it. So let's get down to it. You want to measure 4 inches. And you do not have to mark on yourself with a permanent marker. That is my decision. If you would like to, you're more than welcome. And it is 4 inches. And I will explain the 4 inches here in a second. So the 4 inches is because I usually work with 10-inch mesh. Okay, half of 10 inches is 5 inches. And then you want about an inch overlay on each side. Because when you put them on your pipe cleaner, you have 5 inches on this side and 5 inches on this side. Okay, so you want 4 inches in between each of your pipe cleaners. That is why 4 inches. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put this pipe cleaner on rungs 3 and 4. And we have rungs 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are brackets. The brackets go up and down. The rungs go side to side and go all the way around the base. Okay? It does not matter where you start. You can put it randomly anywhere. As long as it's around 2 rungs. And I usually do the inner rungs first. And you only need to twist twice. I also need to point out that you need to do where you twist your knots. So where you twist your pipe cleaner, it needs to be on rung 3. Okay, so line up your pipe cleaners so that it forms like a U. And then switch their spots. And then you're going to twist it, but I want you to twist on rung 3. Okay, not 4. You're going to twist it 3. Okay, pull hard and twist. You should not be able to move your pipe cleaners once you put them on. See how they're not moving? Okay, if they are moving by just like a little poke, then you need to tighten them. The next one I'm going to put on is on rung 2 and 3, always around 2 rungs. And this knot is going to be on rung 2. You're going to switch their spots. Then you're going to twist at rung 2. Make sure you pull tight. You only need to twist twice. And then you use your hand or your mat or whatever you have to measure for your next one. This one's going to go here. And we're going to repeat this process all the way around. So you have 2 sets of pipe cleaners. One's going around 3 and 4, and then the others are 2 and 3. The knots are going to be on 3 and 2. Okay? Always test your pipe cleaners. Make sure they're not going to move. There we go. Do this one. So this pipe cleaner is really close to this one. And I really don't like doing that. So if it's going to happen again, I'm going to turn it around and go from the other direction. Because I don't like the pipe cleaners. What is going on with this pipe cleaner? I do not like the pipe cleaners matching up. They need to be like separated from each other. Sorry, I'm having issues today. So let's see where our next one's going to be. See, it's about to match up. It's just a little bit before. So we're going to flip it around and go this way. See, there we go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We will still run into that issue over there for that one pipe cleaner, but hopefully it solves itself. There we go. Usually these frames have about 17. That is our goal. 15 usually, it doesn't look full enough. And so I usually end up adding 1 or 2 more pipe cleaners when it's 15. Okay, so this one, we're gonna have to move just a little bit. Let's move this one this way. So I'm moving them because I don't have enough space to put another pipe cleaner, but it's asking for another pipe cleaner because there is enough space. So like what I'm left with over here is actually like about 6 inches in between, and we need 4 inches. And so I'm just kind of moving it around. So this one is calling for it to be here. Okay, now we're good. I'm just adjusting it so that we can fit 1 more pipe cleaner without them all being like right close together. All right. This one, it goes here. I do find it easier to put my marks on my hands instead of measuring on my mat, just because my hands can be rounded. I can round them around it. The mat goes straight. There we go. Oh, I think we're gonna run into the same issue here. You see that? It's almost there. Let's check this one. Okay, so I think we'll be okay because we moved it. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 I will take. 16 I will take. Usually it's 17, but 16 is just fine. All right. So we're gonna put that down there for now. Put our pipe cleaners over here, out of the way. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is cut our mesh. I'm gonna see how many I can get out of this roll first, And then we can determine on how many we need from that one. That's usually the way to go if you only have a certain amount of the other one. So we are going to cut these at 28 inches. Try to cut in between two of the bold lines. If you can't, that's okay. You could also wood burn it. I choose not to because these are just cruffles and the edges will be covered. Hopefully I have enough. I might have like an orange or a green over there. That's 2. Okay. So as you can tell, there's just a little bit left over on the end. So I'm just going to take that off. And yes, it's going to be a little bit longer than 28 inches, but that's okay. It's better than leaving just a little piece on the roll. So we only got 3 pieces out of that. So I'm probably going to have to find another roll. Give me a second here and I'll go. Okay, so I found a green one. So we're going to do the green. And this is a green border mesh. So it's just like the purple, except green. I'm going to pull this off. And yes, I'm going to pull it off the whole roll because it will drive me nuts because every time you cut one, you'll need to pull it off. So the whole thing gets pulled off. All right. So we're going to do this again, 28 inches. That's 4. I'm guessing this is going to be our last one. Yep. And this one's a little bit longer too, but that's okay. It was about 31 inches. Okay, so when they have the staples like this on here, this is just going to always be folded over like this. So I recommend just kind of cutting it off. You could pull the staples out later and then recycle the tube. All right. So we have 7 rolls from that one, which means that we need 9 from this one because it's 16. Yeah. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. So we need 9 rolls. 9 cuts. This is a brand new roll. Look at that. Sometimes when they cut, when they're rolling them into individual rolls, they don't cut very well. Okay. So now we want 9 of these. And I will cut 2 of these and then we'll skip forward. 1. 2. All right. And then we will come back when they are all cut. All right, now that all of those are cut, we're going to do our folded cruffle. All right, I'll do a couple with you. Let's do a green. Let me grab the other one. Okay. So the folded cruffle, at least the way I do it, so we're going to take the corners and fold it in, okay? Fold in that corner and fold in this corner. And then you're gonna fold in the flap down here, and you're gonna go about halfway down on your corners. And then you're gonna fold it again, and you're gonna go over the corners. And then you're going to crease it down. This is to seal off the end so that they are not seen and so it doesn't fray. Those are our two main goals for this, okay? Then we're going to roll it. And you only need to go around once, like a full rotation, so that the folded part is curled all the way in. Then you're going to get your clip and you're going to clip the curl. Let's do it again. You're going to fold over each corner. Let's see. So you fold about 3 inches over on each side, and then fold down the flap about halfway, and then fold it over the corners. Crease it down, and then curl it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pinch the middle. You're going to point your finger on the inside and the thumb on the outside. And I forgot to tell you, this is curl side up, which means that when you let go of it, it curls up. Okay? All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch your curl, put your fingers out as far as they can go, and then you're going to bring the mesh towards you. Do you see that? And it should be the same height as your curl. That's about 1 inch. Basically what we're doing is we're creating pleats in the curl, in the cruffle. Okay? And this is what it should look like once you're done. You have your curl, you have a couple of pleats, that's your cruffle. This is your start of your bundle. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do a purple. And no, you don't have to put something down to weigh it down. I just do that so you guys can see. Fold over the corner. Fold over the other corner. Then you're going to fold over your flap halfway, and then again over the corners. This width right here should be about 1 inch. Okay? Crease it down, then curl. If that width is about 1 inch, that means that this diameter of this curl should be 1 inch. Clip it. Do these corners. Fold over again, and then curl. Make sure you crease. Okay. pinch, pull towards you. Pull towards you. You don't need to climb it up. You can pull it towards you. Okay, let's do the last one together. So this one is one of our longer ones because it was at the end of the roll. That's okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our curls a little bit bigger and our cruffle's gonna be a little bit longer. So that's okay. Fold over your flap, fold it over again, crease it, roll. There we go. Flip it around. See how much longer it is? So let's do it again. Fold over your flap, fold it over again. And then we're gonna curl a little bit longer this time. Okay? And then we're going to cruffle. And we're actually gonna make the other curl a little bit longer too. So we're gonna take this clip, put it over here, flip this around. There we go. And there is our extended folded cruffle, just because we had a little bit extra on the roll. There we go. Okay, so now that we are done with that, I'm gonna cruffle them all and then we'll come back. So now that all of them are cruffled, we're gonna go ahead and put them on the frame. So I think I'm gonna start with this one. And you could just pick any one. So what I usually do is I start on the middle, so the innermost one, and then work my way out and then go around, okay? But you could do whichever way you would like. I do recommend doing the inside at least first though, okay? All right, so you're gonna take your pipe cleaners, open them up, and they should always be up and down. Then you're going to switch their positions, okay? And then you're gonna pull and twist. You're gonna twist twice and that will be just fine, okay? The next one is gonna be purple. There we go. Switch their positions. Then twist. And all I'm doing is I'm pushing the mesh up, and then I can put in my next one. So basically what I'm doing is I'm alternating. So it's gonna go the 3 color and then say a green after the purple. Now I'm going to work on this bottom one here. This one here. Open it up. This one's going to be purple. Make sure you pull down tight and twist. Okay, there we go. Open up your next one. There we go. So we're just going to follow the pattern all the way around. The next 2 should be purple, one here, one here. I'm just pushing the mesh up, and then I'll put this one in, and then we'll even it out. Go. So let's see. I only have one more of that stripe, so I might actually switch. Let's flip it around and put this purple over here. And yes, I do not use different colored pipe cleaners. I think that's a waste of time and money. I just use the white, and if you are new here, you will see what we do with them afterwards, and you won't be able to see them, I promise. Okay. Okay, so this one right here is going to go here. And I normally don't jump up like that, but this is my last striped one. So I was deciding on where that was going to go. And since we have that one on there, let's put this purple one here. I normally don't jump like that. It is harder when you have 3 different colors, but that makes it more fun. All right. And this one, there's one here. So let's put this green one here. All right. And this one up here would be purple. Some fall out of my basket because I still have 3, but I only have 2 in my basket. Let's see. I don't see any laying about. That's weird. Okay. So because of that, it's really, really weird. This purple's gonna go here. Where is my last one? Maybe I counted wrong? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, we counted wrong. Oh. Let's see if I have any more green or something over there. If I knew. Dang. This one, I'm gonna have to put a green one here. There's too much purple here. I'm gonna have to put the green one here. Maybe I'll just make this area to be where the bow is. Yeah, that'll probably end up being what that is. So let's cut one more purple and cruffle it. Put some of these clips away so they're out of our way. All right, let's cut one more. So we actually need 17. We have 17 bundles. All right. There we go. We're just going to cruffle it real fast. And then I think we're going to make our bow first. That way we know how much ribbon to cut. I think that'll be good. Let's see. This spot right here. All right. Okay, there we go. And there is our wreath base. So our sign is going to go somewhere about here. And then we're going to have a bow on the side. Okay? All right. And we are going to do one of the easy bows. Okay? All right. All right, so this one, we're going to do this one at 26 inches. No, let's do 28 inches. Let's do 28 inches. And you're going to do, let's see, we have 2 colors. 6 or 7 loops. I'm thinking 6, so 3 each. You know what, let's do 7 and then we'll put this one in the middle. Let's do that. So all I did was I matched up the ends and then I creased where the middle is. That's all I did with that one. So we're going to do 4 of these ones because I want one of these in the middle. That's 1. 2, 3, 1 more, 4. Then match up the ends. crease the middle. There we go. Last one, and then we're going to do the purples. We need 2 more purples. That's 1. 2. Alright. So we're just going to find the ends again. And I'm doing the lowest corner, okay? See how I cut this one wrong? How it's like a big piece right there. Do the lowest corner, okay? Match up your 2 lowest corners. There we go. All right. Let's assemble our bow. And then we'll put it on so we know on how much ribbon we're going to need. Where is my... So you're going to need some wire and a zip tie. Okay. Wire, zip tie. Alright, so what you're going to do is I'm going to put 3 of these. So it's going to go the striped, then the purple, then the striped, and then the striped one that you want in the middle, because that's 3. And then purple. Make sure we're doing the middle part lining up with the other middle parts. We're basically stacking them up like a pancake. There we go. Just make sure that the middle ones line up. That's all you really have to worry about. And I do love these bows for wreaths. They don't sink in. And it's just easier to make these. It's faster and usually less ribbon. Okay. So you're going to find 6 inches from the middle loops to the 6-inch mark, okay? Then you're going to take your zip tie and you're going to put it around the 6-inch spot, okay? Having issues this morning. And it could be a big zip tie, it could be a small zip tie, whichever you want. There we go. All right. So next we're going to get our wire and you're going to put it around the top. So you have your zip tie, you're going to put it right above it towards the loops, okay? Wrap it around and you want to tighten it and twist it at the side. So it's going to come down the side here. And you're going to twist it at least 4 times, maybe 5. There we go. So next we're going to do our tails. So you're going to lift up this first part of the tail. See, this one's the tails, these are the middle. Okay? Lift up your tail, pull up, and then kind of twist it. This one has the pretty side down, so you're going to have to pull up, and then you're going to twist it so that the pretty side is up. Just like that. Do it again, pull up, twist. So what we're basically doing is we're getting all of the tails away from each other here because they're kind of like embedded into each other. So that's what we're basically doing, is that you're going to pull up and then you're going to twist a little bit to get it away from those. Pull up. And then twist. And we're just going to do that to all of them. You can put them in the order that you would like them to be in, or just pull them up and then we will fix them later, because they will become unpoofed later because we'll have to flip the frame over. Just as long as you get them away from their fellow ribbon. And I'm gonna flip this around this way now because there's none over there on this side. I'm just gonna pull up. And then you're gonna twist. All right, there we go. So it should basically look sort of like an octopus, where its tentacles are coming up all over the place. That's basically what it's gonna look like. All right. Now that that's done, you're going to get your loops and you're going to pull down and you're going to get them away from each other. Now you can make the option of poofing them. I'm not. I'm just going to lay them flat. You could twist it away from each other. There we go. This one's going to be in the middle. There we go. All right. And then I will just poof it just for you, just so you can see what we're making. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my fingers in the middle and then just push them down. So we're just separating the 2 pieces of the ribbon like this. So this one's going to go that way. These ones on the outside, I'm going to have them go up and down. And that is all we're doing here. Simple as that. And then once we're done, we're going to measure our tails and cut them so that they look nice on our wreath. Okay? You're going to get your wire and you're going to pull it through so that it's not laying on top of your tails. You want it all the way down to the bottom. Okay? All right. Let's see here. So this is the area I'm going to put my bow on. So these ones, you're not going to be able to see anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these ties through the back. So we're taking our pipe cleaners and putting them around one rung on the back. I'll show you here. So I just stuck them back through where they came in through. And then I'm going to pull and twist. Just like that. And we're going to do that for all the ones that are not going to have any ribbon. So we lay this on like this. It's going to cover that one, this one, and this one. So I'm just going to put them through. One on one side, one on the other side, and it's going to go around one rung. And then you're just going to twist it. Same thing with this one. We're just going to go around one rung. And then we're going to twist it. Just like that. All right, you don't have to cut them off right now because we can do that later. So you're going to separate your wire. Okay, separate them. And I'm going to put this one. And do not go through your mesh. Go around your mesh, just like we did with the pipe cleaners. Okay? We do not want to go through the mesh. It will create fraying later, and it will just ruin your wreath. Please don't do it. All right. So we are going around rung 3 and 4. And I'm just going to pull this in, and then I'm just going to twist on the other side. And I'll show you the back. And then I'm just going to twist. Okay, this one I am going to cut off because this wire really sucks going up into your fingernail. And then I'm just going to push it over. Just like that. Okay, there we go. So next we're gonna see, so we took out 3 of the bunches, so that means we need 14 things of ribbon, and we should probably figure out where the sign is going so we can accent that. So that's gonna be the bow. So let's put the sign about here, maybe? Hold on, instead of looking at upside down like I am. I don't want it matching, like on this purple one. So we're gonna put it on this purple one here. All right. So I'm going to bend these down so I know where the sign is going. Okay. All right. Now that we have that out of the way, we have 14 things of ribbon to cut. Let's see. How do I want to do the rest of this ribbon? I think I want to trail it today. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this ribbon at 12 inches. And we're going to cut this ribbon at 12 inches 14 times. Okay? That is all we're doing. There we go. Don't worry about this one for now because we're going to trail this one. Okay? then once we are done cutting these 14 times, we're going to find the ends, match the lowest corner up, bend the ends where the middle is, and then you're going to, see this one's slightly off too. See right there? You probably can't see it. There's just like a, I don't know, like a millimeter from where I didn't cut it straight. And so you're going to match your corner to the other corner, but you want to match it to the lowest corner. And then you're going to cut a triangle this way to the lowest corner. Okay? Let's do it again. And then we will come back when all of them are cut. All right, my friends, do not forget to use your magnet to get all your little pieces of wire that comes out once you cut your ribbon. Okay? It really sucks to get into your foot, so please do that. All right, this is all the little pieces that came out today. All right. Now that that is done, we have them all cut and dovetailed. Sorry about my squeaky chair. All right. Now that that is done, we're going to get our tails and we're going to put our thumb in, we're going to pinch in the middle. And then we're going to pinch on the end. And we're going to bring them together. Put it into your left hand and then pinch this other end and then bring it over again. And it's going to create this little pleat. Just like that. And then you're going to put it inside of your pipe cleaner. So let's find an open one. This one right here. You're going to open your pipe cleaner, twist it a couple times, and then you're good. And then we're going to put the pipe cleaner through the back. Well, actually, we're not putting it through the back yet because we're going to do a trail. And you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but I will show you. And do it again. And we're going to put these through every pipe cleaner that's open right now. We're just opening it and then we're closing it, twisting it a couple times. We're a little bit stuck. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to do that with all of the ones with pipe cleaners open. Okay. Go. And I'm just turning the wreath as I go. And don't worry about the bow right now. We'll poof it later. There's no really a point to doing it right this second. There we go. Oh, I think I miscalculated here. This one needs to come back through. And that's the good thing about tying them on the back. Like if we would have cut this off, we would have had to put on a brand new pipe cleaner. There we go. All right. Let's see. Where is, aha! It's this one we're missing. Sorry about my husband walking around upstairs. You can hear the creaking. This is an old house. All right. Now that that is done, we're going to take this ribbon. And I wanted this one to show more than the other one, so that's why we're putting this one as a trail. So what basically is a trail is that you leave this attached to the spool. Okay, and then I'm going to open the pipe cleaner just to the layer of the ribbon. And then you're going to measure where you want your ribbon to lay. And then you're going to crease it, put it in the middle of your pipe cleaner, and then tighten it again. And then you're going to have a third tail coming out like that. This one is going to go to the next pipe cleaner, and it's going to create a loop. So we're just going to open this one. And you're just going to measure where you want your loop to be. What you basically want is for it to go over your mesh. You want it to go over the mesh, but you want it to freely move. So you don't want it too big nor too small. Just make sure that you can freely move it this way. And we're going to do that until we get to the sign, the area where the sign goes. Just like that. Twist it. There we go. And I'm going to get my sign because that's the area there. So I'm going to stop mine right here. There we go. Just like that. Pull tight and twist. Okay, this is the one that we are stopping at. So you're just going to get your, once you tie your loop, go ahead and measure it to where you want it to be and cut it. Don't forget to dovetail it. There we go. All right. And that's how that is. Okay. Since the sign is going to go here, we can go ahead and do a loop this way. But I think I'm going to start at the bottom again and go around. Okay. All right. So this one, and it's right underneath this bow. And I'm going to start my tail just like I did before. You measure out your tail to the length you want it to be at. Crease it. Put it into the pipe cleaner. Twist it. And if you accidentally make it a little too short, go ahead and just pull it a little bit. And if it doesn't budge, just open it again and redo. Okay. About right here. Actually, that might be a little bit too big. So we're going to pull this back a little bit. There we go. Twist. There we go. We're going to keep going around until we get to where the sign is going to be. I know you guys probably can't see this lower level here. I'm sorry about that. And you could do this with any ribbon. It works for all the different types of ribbon except for the unwired. You could probably even do it with the unwired. I do highly suggest that you do the fabric stiffener though, if you're going to go that route. We're going to go one more over, and then we're going to cut this one off. There we go. Twist it. Line this up. Cut it. Don't forget to dovetail. And we actually forgot to do the dovetails on the beginning. So let's go ahead and go back and do those before I forget. Dovetail for the bottom one. Okay. And then where is the top one? It's right here. I'm just bending it over and cutting our dovetails. Alright. Now that that is done, so this one is going to go about there. So we could probably do one loop right here. And then we'll start our loop here and go this way. And then I'll probably end it at this one. All right. Okay. There we go. So we're going to start here at this one here. And I know you guys can't see it very well. Untie. There we go. And then go to the next one. Measure out our loop. There we go. So one more, and then we will cut this one off. Put that one off and do our dovetail. We'll go back and do our dovetail over here. We are almost done with this ribbon part. Okay, now that that is done, we're gonna do this one up here. So it's gonna go about like that. And then we twist it. Then we go to this next one, and this will be our last trail. Open up our pipe cleaner, measure out our loop. For some reason these purple ones like to stick to these ones. Just make sure you put them back in. There we go. All right. Cut out our dovetails. This one and then this one. All right, now that that is done, let's go ahead and do our pipe cleaners real fast. And we're just going to put them through and then twist around either rung 2 or 3, depending on which row we're on. And you're going to pull tight, so you're going to see your ribbon move up. Let's do this one real fast. I'm putting it on the side where this one came in. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this. And we're not going through the mesh. We're going around the mesh. You're going to pull, and then you're going to twist. Put them through. Use your fingers to feel where the rungs are. This one. And don't worry about like straightening the ribbon or something. We're not going to do that until after we finish the lights and the sound and everything. The sign. Okay. We're going to go all the way around and make sure we get them all, okay? While you're at it, make sure you have all of your dovetails. I've gone to a couple shows and I'm poofing the wreaths and I'm like, why didn't I cut that? It's because I forgot. There we go. This one goes this way. right, we're almost done with this. Why don't we go ahead and tell me down in the comments on what shows you were watching. I like to watch YouTube true crime videos, like From That Chapter or Coffee House Crimes, those kinds of ones. I've also been watching The Rookie, and if you haven't been able to tell, Crafter Senpai means crafter, obviously, and then senpai means teacher or elder, depending on the translation. I like anime, so I'm also watching several animes right now. I am trying to work on doing some anime themed wreaths, but it's really hard with copyrights. I might just take keyword phrases and stuff and put them in. Something that's kind of like it. Like completely obvious phrases, like Dragon Ball. If you put it's over 9,000, everyone's gonna know what that is. I really like a lot of quotes from One Piece and Hunter. I'd probably stick to more popular animes just because it'll be easier to sell them. Okay. I believe we have all of our pipe cleaners. Yes, we do. Okay. Now we're going to put on our sign. You can hear my husband walking around. Fix these a little bit. Okay. All right. So this is going to go right onto here, just like this. So let's get some wire. And then I'm going to unroll it. I do need to get some more wire. There's one. Two. Three. And four. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wire, and you're going to want it at least 10 to 12 inches. And you're going to take your wire and you're going to put it through the cable mount hole, so on this side. And then you're going to put it through and put it on the other side. Just like that. And then you're going to pull it up so that they about match. And then you're going to take it, you're going to make an X with it really close to the cable mount, and then twist. You're going to want to twist at least 3, maybe 4 times. And then you're going to do the same thing with the others. And we're just going to twist. So when we put on our wire, we're going to have to put it on loosely. and then we will tighten it afterwards. That's the best way to get it as centered as you want it to be. There we go. All right. And we are done putting this wire on. Okay. Make sure you put it the right way up. And then you're going to see where your wire sits. For me, this wire is going to sit on rung 2 and 3, the top one. One, two. There we go. And always go around 2 rungs. Okay. We're going to put it on this very loose, and then we'll put on the other ones, and then we'll tighten. Okay? All right. So this one's going to sit up here. So this one falls in between the 2 meshes. So this one is going to go around rung 1 and 2. And you're going to put it around loosely, okay? Just enough to hold it on. This one looks like it sits probably the same on rung 2 and 3. Use your hands to help figure out where the wire needs to go. Just kind of feel where the rungs are and just kind of move them to where they need to be. Okay, this one is going to come down, and I'm only going to put this one around rung 4. Just around rung 4. Just because it's further away and it won't be able to reach, and it'll just be easier. Okay. Now that that is done, you're going to move your sign to where you want it to be. I made this one a little tight. Okay. And then at the very top, find your wire you already put on and bring it, pull it through the rungs. I know it's already tied, but that's exactly where I want it. So I'm going to tighten it right now, then I'll flip it over so you guys can see it. Okay. All right, so what I did, so I just pulled this up and then twisted it to where I wanted it to be. I'm going to do the same thing with these. I'm just going to pull it up just like that. Look at all this space. And then you're just going to grab it, pinch, and twist. Pinch exactly where you want the knot to be. Then twist it several times. You want it to be tight. Okay. Then you're going to cut it off. And you want at least a good inch or so. And then you're going to put it around and down a rung. Same thing with this one. Put it around and down inside of a rung. Make sure the wires go directly into the trash. this one first. Okay. There we go. All right. Now for this last one, we don't want to pull it too much because I don't want it tilted. So I'm just going to watch the front here and then figure out where I want to tighten it. And then tighten it. Okay, there we go. All right, now that that is done, let's get a pipe cleaner so we can add a hook while we're back here. Let's see. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the center. And sometimes you'll have heavier things, so we might have to change it later. So this is where I'm going to guess the pipe cleaner is going to go. So you're going to go around rungs 1 and 2. You're going to bring up the end of the pipe cleaner and bring it up to the longer part. Then you're going to pull it down and cross it. And you're just going to twist it until you don't have anything left. And then towards the end of it, I just go back down the other way. There we go. Do it again, and this is going to create a loop. Just like that. All right. And that is our loop for our hanger. Here we go. All right. So next you're going to want to cut all these off. If they're long enough, you can go ahead and save them, and you can put your lights on with them if they're long enough. I would say at least 1 inch. And then you're just going to push these into the wreath. Just like that. Try not to put your weight on top of your wreath. It'll just create more work for you to poof up later, okay? And yes, I'm using my wire cutters. You can use scissors, but it just ruins your scissors. So if you care about your scissors, use the wire cutters, okay? There we go. Make sure you don't cut it too short. You want at least 1/2 inch. Go. Almost done. Make sure you push them over. All right. Now that that is done, here we go. So now that that is done, we're going to be doing the lights and the sound. Okay, so it has been at least a day, and I have gotten my my batteries for the witch, This is what it sounds like. I'm pretty sure I already showed you. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And there is 2 holes here. I took the sound thing out here. There's like a little, you could open it from this side. That's how I got it apart, is that I just pried it open like that. And then I took this out, and then we drilled the holes. We cut the witch in half, and then I used my heat gun to melt this down so it lays flat. Okay, so that's that. And then we're gonna put some duct tape on the top just so that no water or anything gets into it. And actually, I should probably put my wire on first, now that I think about that. Maybe about 10 or 12 inches. And just for a reminder, I did get this witch at the Dollar Tree. It wasn't anything too expensive or anything. This is me just trying to figure out how to get sound into my wreaths. I'm actually going to get my pliers here so it's easier. You can take it apart and then put the wires on, which would probably be smarter. I just don't really want to do that right now. Pull my wire out. Get it through a good ways. And then take the end and put it back through where the hole is. My husband drilled them so tiny. I know you guys can't see this, but might not work that way. I might have to. Let's maybe make this hole a little bit bigger with this end. Now let's see if it goes through. If not, we'll just have to take it apart and then put the wire in. Oh, it just doesn't want to go in. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it apart if I can anymore. I mean, I melted some of it. There's the sound bite. That's what that looks like. There we go. Not you. You. There we go. We'll grab them both. Pull them through. All right. That's what that looks like. We're going to pop this back in. This goes over here. You just open it. And there's like a little lip that it sits in. It shouldn't move at all as soon as we put the duct tape on. There we go. All right. Let's get our duct tape. And we're going to put enough to go over the top here. just like that. You want to cover the edges. Okay. I'm just kind of making sure that I got everything and everything is secure. I don't want any liquid or anything going in there. I think I'm just going to do a small, more strip, and then I think we're good. And I'm just going to put this under the wire just to hold down these little flaps here. There we go. All right. There we go. And we are ready to put it in our wreath. I also have our lights. We have both oranges. Let's see. There's one set. Turn that off. This is the other set. And we are doing the 2 sets because there's only 10 count in each, and you need at least 20 for a 14-inch frame. I have tried. It just doesn't look very good, and it overstretches it. It's just not worth it. So, 2. Now, if you do like a 12-foot frame, or a 12-inch frame, 12-foot, a 12-inch frame, you should be able to get away with the 10. I know that sounds weird. It won't be as bright, but you could still get away with it. All right, now that that is all set up, the bottom of the wreath is down here, right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our sound bite in. And we are going to put it, I haven't actually figured out where to put it yet. Let's see what it looks like if we put it here. And just kind of have it sitting right there. I think maybe around a bracket would be best. Honestly, I'm kind of winging it for the soundbite thing. This is the first one I've ever done. What if we, what if we lay it like that? I think that'll be good. Yeah, I like that. That way it doesn't move anywhere. All right, so I put it around the bracket right here on rung 3 and 4, and then I put it around this bracket on rung 3. Okay, and then I laid it on the inside of the frame where the mesh goes, and I'm just kind of sandwiching it between it and the mesh. And if we just floof out the mesh a little bit, you'll be able to see it. You'll probably be able to see the lights a little bit. Yeah. So it's sitting about right here. You can kind of see it right there. But if we just kind of, there. All right. Next, we have our battery powered lights. Hold on, I'm tangled. There we go. Put So it's in the middle. I'm going to put one on this side and then one on this side. So the most important thing that you need to remember is that you need to put the screw facing up so that they can change the batteries. And you need to have readily access to the switch so it's easy for you to turn them on and for other people to try and turn them on once you sell them. Okay? All right. So we're going to put this one. You're going to need 2 pipe cleaners for each battery pack. And they're going to go around rungs 2 and 3. You need to go around both. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up your pipe cleaners, then twist. Okay, and you want to twist a good amount of times, and you want to twist really, really hard. Okay, you want it really, really tight. Okay. Then we're going to cut them off so that there's about 2 inches from the battery to the end. And then you're just going to push them over like that. And keep these big pieces, you can reuse them. You're going to use them on putting in the lights now. Okay, then 2 more. All right, so this one, we're going to put around, they're both going to go around 2 and 3. This one's going to go before the bracket. And this one is going to go after the bracket. And yes, I'm using my finger to move the pipe cleaner to where I want it to go. And yes, you do run the risk of poking yourself, but it also helps you out. So kind of figure out which one you'd rather have. All right. Okay, so this one, match it up. Make sure you do really, really tight, okay? And move this one down. The reason why I did it next to the bracket is because sometimes these pipe cleaners slide. So it's easy, it will stay on better if you put it next to the bracket. All right, now that that is done, turn on your lights. Okay. So you need to see where your lights are going and where they have been so that you get everything. I am going to start this one, and you always start over here by your battery pack, because if you don't, then you will probably forget that spot and then you'll have a bald spot. Okay, and we're just going to map out where these lights are going to be, and always do the middle of the wreath and then the outer of the wreath. You don't need to do this rung too, okay? Middle and outer is just fine. Okay, and I'm going to do this side because I think we have too many on the other one coming out, so. Actually, let's bring this one back all the way back here because there's nothing back here. Just kind of push it in between the mesh, but not through the mesh, okay? And then this one will go here. This one there. So we are not attaching them right now. We do have to map it out first, just to make sure that we have everything going and everything covered. This one here. Okay, so we do have this one. It's gonna go there. Okay, so this side looks pretty good. I think we're gonna have to adjust that side because we have a few extra over here. So let's put this one here. And then, so I definitely want one here. Okay, so we'll need one right here, one right here. Put them a little too close together. All right, that looks good. Okay, so now that it is all mapped out, you need to pick a side and start on it. So you're gonna get all your little pieces of pipe cleaners. So you have all these little pieces. I have this shorter piece. Anything little like that, you can go ahead and start with those, and then you can move on to the bigger ones. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start on this side. And I'm going to use the little pieces first. And I'm going to go around, for the first one, I'm going to go around both pieces of wire. You know how there's one going in and one going out of the light bulb? I'm going around both and then going around the rung. And you're just going to twist that 1 or 2 times and then put your pipe cleaner back inside. If it's too long, go ahead and cut it. Just be very careful not to cut the wire. So I'm going to shove this extra wire into the frame, into the mesh. You won't be able to see it, just so that when they undo this, they'll have that extra piece. So it gives them a little bit of room to unscrew. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to do everything on the right side. So always stay on the one side. So if you're going to do left side, then do left side all the way through. If you're going to do right, then do the right all the way through. Okay, it'll keep it tighter. If you need to, like if you have excess, like how it's bubbling up like this, just push it through a little bit more and then tie it. Okay, this is too short a piece there. There we go. So we're just going to go through all of this and put our pipe cleaners around our wires. Make sure everything is attached. We still have to do our bow in the front. We're just going to continue like this through the whole thing. Make sure you get at every bulb. That way nothing is, like if this is really loose like that, then go ahead and take another piece and just kind of push that in and then wrap it around the rung. Every once in a while you'll get one. You don't want that to be really far up because it will snag on things. This one's really long, so I'm going to wrap around both the wires, and then I'm going to wrap around the rung. And this one, do it on the right side. Okay, and then this one is going to go in the middle like that. Keep in mind that the further you push it in, the more likely you will see the bulb on the other side. So if you don't want that, please just remember how much you're pushing through. Okay. Sometimes you'll want to see the bulbs if the bulbs have like something on the end of them. That's the time to push them through. Okay. All right. Alrighty. We're about more than halfway down with this. I hope this inspires all of you to add light and sound to your wreaths. I think it makes it quirky and kind of fun, and that's what this is all about, right? So this one has a lot of excess, so I'm going to do both. I get a lot of people saying, I've never seen anything like your wreaths, and I'm like, I know. And I know a lot of people do some quirky stuff, but a lot of it is just repeat, or they look like each other. I want you to be creative. Figure out what works for you. What kind of style do you like? Do you like the rustic? Or maybe the whimsical? Do you like to make things with bright colors? I honestly like bright colors. That's just me. It's just how I am. I have done some rustic ones before, and they've always sold. Everyone likes rustic, but it's just not my favorite thing to do. There we go. There we go. Almost done. way, I almost forgot we put one in the middle. I thought that was our last one. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. And that is our lights. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Okay, let's turn on the witch and see if we can see the lights. Oh yeah, you can a little bit. See the lights changing colors. Okay. Alrighty. Let's turn off the lights. And then let's do our bow. So first I'm going to go around and I'm just going to poof the ribbons a little bit because we're almost done and we don't have to do anything else on the back. So I'm just going to go around and just kind of make sure everything is going the right direction, that the ribbons are pointing in the right direction. They're not pointed up or something. You could see them all. I'm going to leave the bow alone for now. Once we finish this, we will do the bow. All right. Let's see. These are actually tails here. There we go. All right, so now I want you to do is move your loops to where you want it to be. We had this loop in the middle, if I'm not mistaken. And then we had some loops on the outside. Like that. Like that. Okay, and then our tails, we were alternating the tails. So let's go ahead and go through and just kind of move the tails around so that they are going the direction that we want them to go and that we don't have too many of the same next to each other. So like multicolor and then purple, and then multicolor and then purple. There we go. Okay, let's turn it. Multicolor and purple. Okay, now let's do this side. And my ribbon fell off. There we go. All right. Now that that is done, you have two options here. You can dovetail them. You can leave them as is. I'm going to dovetail them. And you also need to make sure that they are at the length that you want them to be. Okay, so if they're covering something, you might want to make them shorter. Or if there's something that you want it covered up, go ahead and leave it long. Okay, so you need to go through and make an executive decision on what looks the best. Okay? Sorry, my scissors are magnetic, so it holds little tiny pieces of wire. And it bothers me. Okay. So this one is okay at this length. So I'm just going to cut the dovetail. Same with this one. And this one. This one is a little bit long, so I'm going to cut this one shorter. Same thing with this one. This one's really long. I'm going to cut this one shorter. And all I'm doing is, you can cut it shorter and then do your dovetail. I'm just doing the dovetails and just going down a little bit further so that I don't have to cut it twice. Keep in mind that every time you cut, little pieces of wire are going to come out on the sides. I think I want this one a little bit shorter. Same with this one, so you can see the loop next to it. There we go. And I think I'm going to do something new at the end of this video. I think I'm going to go through and price everything, and then we're going to add it up to see how much we should sell it for. I think that'll be a good learning lesson for everyone. I've seen lots of posts about people not knowing how much to price it at. And it also determines what area you're in, how well these kinds of things sell, so that it also, you need to take in count. I know a lot of people do triple the amount. I just don't think that it's going to sell for triple here where I live. But I do something else to help offset the cost. Okay. All right. And that is our wreath. Let me flip it around for you. Go. And let's light it all up. There you go. And there's our wreath. If you have not before, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And stay tuned to the end of this video. We're going to price this and let's see how much it costs me to make. Okay, let's turn these off, not to waste the batteries. All right, so first let's start from the frame. The frame came from the dollar store, so that is $1.25. So I put that up to $1.50 just because of taxes and blah blah blah. Okay, so that is $1.25 or $1.50. Then I add an additional $1, sometimes $2, depends on how many pipe cleaners I use. But I usually add $1 on for the pipe cleaners. So that's $2.50. Okay. Then we do the mesh. The purple mesh was a brand new roll, and I charge $10 for whatever mesh it is, because they're constantly changing and I don't know exactly how much it is all the time. that is one of the way that I profit, is that I charge for the entire roll. Did I use the entire roll? No. That's just the purple. So we are at $12.50. And then the others is the green and then the striped purple, orange, and green meshes. Those were left over. So I charge $4 for those. So $12.50, and then 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's $20.50 already. And then I charge $5 per ribbon. Okay. Now, did I use the whole thing of ribbon? No. But this kind of ribbon, I know for a fact, is more than $5. It's probably closer to $6. And so I just do the 5 just so that I don't have to measure out the ribbon and see how much is left, see how much I used, all that kind of stuff. So I charge for the entire roll. And I have 2 specialty ribbons on here. I have the purple, which is the shimmer, and then this one. Now, if it is the Sam's Club ribbon, that one I charge only $3 for. Okay? So we're up to $20.50, and then plus the $10 for the ribbon. Okay? So that's $30.50. All right? That's the ribbon, that's the mesh, that's the pipe cleaners, that is the base. The sign was $8, so that is $38.50. Okay? All right. Then we have the lights. The lights were $1.25 each. So I'm going to round that up to 50 cents. So $1.50 each for taxes, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So we have the 2 lights and then the witch. And the witch cost $1.25 just like the others. So we have 30, were we at $38.50? My goodness. Okay. And then the batteries and everything. So I'm probably going to be ending up charging $75. Usually whatever it costs you to make times 2. And I do charge for the entire roll of ribbon and the entire roll of mesh. But I do take an account on if it will sell at the price that it is doubled at. I don't think it is going to sell at $80. From my experience, it's not going to sell at $80, which I should probably be selling it at. I should probably be selling at $85. Just because of the batteries and the lights and everything. So I'm going to put this at $75. And that is how I find my price. Usually I put my tags on this hook back here. This is where I put my tags. And then I make it long enough so that it drapes over the top. So if someone asks me how much it is, I say the tag is on the top. And I usually do bright pink. Hold on a second and I'll grab one for you. Mind my arm here. I wasn't prepared to do this page. So this is cardstock, and I got a stamp. It's just like a circle stamp, and it cuts out the cardstock. And then I just get some twine in here, and then I put it on there. That's all that is. I hope this helps some people. In the future, I am going to show all of the tools that I have in my craft room for everyday use. And I hope that would help someone out there. I will see you next time. Please look through the other videos to see if there's anything else you would like to learn. Sayonara. Have a good night.